My name is Dr. John Erus Lopeyok, Deputy Governor, Turkana County Government. I have been here for 3 days, doing several activities that are intended to enhance service delivery and citizen capacity strengthening in Turkana County Government. The first activity was the Council of Governors and Commission on Revenue Allocation reviewing or discussing the fourth basis of revenue allocation, in which those discussions provides a formula for revenue sharing, and a follow-up of those discussions will continue with the Select Committee of the Council of Governors presenting the final proposals as agreed at Hilton Gardens Inn Hotel, Mombasa Road. The second activity is peer review of the 12 counties that accepted to be reviewed at KICC yesterday. And in that review, it is a voluntary counties volunteer to be assessed by the panel of NEPAD Secretariat, which is comprised of persons of eminent persons. And in that review and the launch, it's intended to encourage the other counties through that learning and experience so that we can improve governance and service delivery in counties. It is a learning process, and Governor Lomurukai and I strongly believe that reviews by public about their governments and public engagement, information and empowerment to be part of the process of governance becomes really key. And most importantly, the Turkana County Government has been partnering with African Population Health Research, which is the third activity, that is what we are doing here, to look at how we can improve food security through hydroecology, and that includes initiatives ensuring that we do ecosystem restoration in areas that is visible, and also utilizing technology in where we need to do proper rangeland management. These are the initiatives that we believe addresses long-term challenges of food security in Turkana. And we believe that the expertise that the African Population Health Research Center, in collaboration with the University of Nairobi and World Agroforestry and other partners are really necessary. One of the things that we are exploring in terms of building capacities for peace promotion in the region is to look at how we can integrate our livelihood system, which is mostly centered in livestock, with the growth of settlements, permanent settlements. And so one of the ideas that we are discussing with the African Population Research Center and other partners, including the county of Laikipia and Samburu representatives, is to see what kind of practices elsewhere that makes sense for us to be able to restore degraded lands, and especially the land within Turkana West where we are settling refugees. And then how do we utilize those lands that we need to do proper pasture reseeding in terms of rangeland management. So that is the reason why we are here, and we are going to conclude the discussions today on what will be feasible actions that we think these counties will require from the help of the partners. One of the things that I wanted to say is that We are excited as the Turkana County government that the Governor and I believe that the solutions to our compounding problems in Turkana and with our neighbors lies within our own local institutions to be able to look at the best practice and to use the research and knowledge with the knowledge of the community to be able to come up with community-led initiatives that we can sustain as the county government.
I think in terms of research, in terms of county government on research scale, have you partnered up with maybe one of the local university, like maybe Turk and the rest, to empower the community on the same, or you're waiting for the donors and other people to come in to implement it on the ground through the community level?
Governor and I believe that building the capacity for Turkana County requires utilization of all the expertise within our own local institutions. Turkana University is one of those universities that works with the University of Nairobi, an African Population Health and Research Center, to develop sustainable farming practices that are climate respondent.
Some communique was signed yesterday at KICC by the chair and by the chairperson of the board, through the chairperson, the governor of CI. Maybe what are resolutions do you think can be implemented, especially at the county level, that can be held the county level to be easily assessed?
The peer review assesses several areas, including public participation, including corporate governance, looking at democratic space within counties, how involvement of citizens in projects implementation, and that is tied up to the 14 developed functions. As I said, it was courageous of the 12 counties, including Siaya, to take a bold step for review. I sat there to look at public scores on some of the key infrastructural developments, and across all the 12 counties, each county had a unique experience that the other 35 counties can learn from, and we can actually encourage inter-county learning and experiences. And some of these learning experiences are documented through Marifa Center. So the communique is intended to put some kind of, in simple terms, counties' capacity to be able to allow what we continue to do, that is public participation and involvement and creating space for democratic governance within counties, and to let both the infrastructure that is supposed to facilitate development be accountable to the people. And whereas it is not, no governor will be happy to see that a lower score is assigned to them for certain critical service. But I think it also gives the leadership the sense of looking at those kind of scores objectively, and also to ensure that the voices of the communities are heard and represented, and that we are responsive to creating an enabling environment to make a devolution a success story in our counties.
Maybe as we wind up your parting shot, any message?
Turkana County Government, I want to tell the residents of Turkana that the County Government of Turkana is steadfast. It is ready for peer review. We will be excited to hear what the people of Turkana say about our governance. And I want to assure the Turkana people that the infrastructure that we are laying and the partnership and the collaboration that we are building together are the ones that are going to sustain our long-term intention to make sure that Turkana is food secure and Turkana is an investment destination, and that Turkana, if we succeed in building up the research capacity to use agroecology and other efforts that are intended to improve Turkana